William Morrow and HarperAudio present The Donut Trap, a novel, by Julie Tieu. Performed by Natalie Naudus. Dear Reader, thank you for reading The Donut Trap. In addition to the romance, this story features a donut shop owned by a Chinese-Cambodian-American family and explores the dynamic between first-generation immigrant/refugee parents and second-generation children. There may be potentially triggering content, including brief references to the Khmer Rouge, fat-phobic language, and drug/alcohol use. Please take care while reading. This story was written with love and humor, and I sincerely hope that comes across the pages. Love, Julie. Chapter 1. All of my customers have told me at one point or another that Sunshine Donuts is their happy place. Who can blame them? There are colorful sprinkled donuts. The smell of coffee mixed with the cloying saccharine aroma of glaze is intoxicating. Friendly customer service is the utmost priority. It is a great place to visit. To live and breathe it every day, that's a different story. I slammed a stack of pink cardstock on the stainless steel front counter. Folding donut boxes every day was the bane of my existence. In order for the box to close properly, every edge had to be precisely creased at a 90-degree angle. There was no shortcut to creating these boxes, just mindless, tedious manual labor. After I tucked in the lid on the last box, I rubbed off the bits of pink cardstock that clung to the palms of my sweaty hands. Normally, folding a day's worth of pink boxes dried my hands. Except today, the air conditioning wasn't working, and the hot air coming from the commercial refrigerators made it unbearably muggy. It was so hot that I forgot to say, to give my mom the impression that I was listening to her as I tuned out her nagging. "So, what do you think, Jess?" my mom asked, looking at me over her glasses with eyes that begged me to agree. Gray hairs have invaded the center part of her hair. She's going to ask me to help her dye her hair soon. My mom rolled up the sleeves on her lavender Oxford shirt and dusted a patch of powdered sugar off her jeans. She looked just like the moms in the laundry detergent commercials, except she didn't pat herself on the back when a chore was completed. She would simply find another thing to do. "What?" I lowered my head to my shoulder and dabbed my forehead with my t-shirt sleeve. I was sweating like a pig. If the AC didn't get fixed soon, customers were going to start complaining about their coffee tasting salty. My mom grumbled, annoyed that she had to repeat herself. "Auntie Helen's nephew's visa is expiring soon." She stopped to muster some enthusiasm before continuing her pitch. "Since you're not dating anyone, why don't you marry him so we can stay? You can find your own boyfriend later." She said it as if it was a no-brainer win-win situation. My jaw dropped. Auntie Helen was not my aunt by any definition, but rather my mom's best friend, who called every afternoon to dish on the daily gossip. I was grateful that I didn't inadvertently agree to marry a stranger. "Ma, no, that's crazy," I shouted. What the hell? Did being single at 22 make me a spinster already? The warbled sound of the door chime stopped me from yelling further. "Good afternoon, Mrs. Tran," said Carlos Solis, who owned the liquor store next door. Our donut shop and the liquor store have operated side by side for the last 20 years in an otherwise empty strip mall. The vacant stores at the opposite ends of the lot and the overall outdated beige stucco exterior did not help attract business for us outside of our regular clientele. My mother, Lily, quickly plastered a smile on her face. "Carlos, glazed donut today?" she asked extra sweetly. She always knew how to ramp up her personality when it benefited her. That's why everyone liked her. It was one of the many characteristics that I did not inherit from her. "You know me so well, Mrs. Tran. How's business?" he asked, fanning himself with an orphaned section of the newspaper that was left on our counter. With his salt and pepper beard and low-hanging gut, Carlos was beginning to resemble a Mexican Santa Claus. I quickly scanned the shop.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?